Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Fon Jones, and we're here once again to share some knowledge. Alright, I'm sure you're excited as I'm excited. So, we're gonna go straight into the business of the day. So, what we're talking about today is what you should note as an investor before you invest in a business that is not your own, especially with the wave of investment schemes all over the nation. So we're going to look into a few things that you should note before you get into one of these investment schemes. And as you know, literally everybody has, most people, let me not say everybody, has been a victim of one Ponzi scheme or the other, right from the, say, 2016 and to date. And it is necessary that we educate you on what to note, especially as the economy is like this. Everybody's trying to make money real quick, but in your quest to make money real quick, don't end up losing the ones you already have. So I'd like you to stay tuned, listen carefully as we dissect these matters. Alright, let's get on to the business of the day. So one of the basic things we are going to look at is something very simple. I choose to call it look for the money. Alright, you have money to invest in a business, and you don't know what that business does. You don't know how they make their money. You don't even know if they make as much as is enough to cover their expenses and then pay you your ROI. That's your return on investment as promised. Alright, so it is very necessary under whatever circumstances to find out what do these people do. What are they selling in exchange for the money that they want to make? You see, basic knowledge, money is an exchange for value. So if they are not offering any value in terms of products or services, and then most likely something is wrong somewhere, and you don't want to be found as an investor in a fraudulent company. So one of the primary things to check first is what do they sell and how do they make their money, and the money they are making, are they making enough profit or are they generating enough revenue? All right. Secondly, how are they getting these monies? Are they owing people? All right, you don't want to invest in any company that is running a cycle, borrowing Peter to pay Paul and continuing the cycle until there's no Peter to borrow again and Paul gets stranded. All right, and another factor is the customers they have and the products they sell. Is there enough turnover, all right, to generate enough revenue, like I said before, for the kind of monies they are promising you? Somebody cannot be generating maybe say 12% returns on invested capital in his business on a monthly basis, and is here promising you 30%. That's in my language. That means no good thief person thing, because that's obviously going to force you into doing something fraudulent or stealing. So you need to check these things. What kind of business are they doing? Where are they doing that business? Who is their customer? Is the product they are even selling something people want around that area? All right, common sense questions, and you just ask this question and find out. And if the answers are not convincing enough, my brother, run away, run very far. All right, so that segment I call find where the money is. Look for the money. Where is the money coming from? Where the money at? All right, number two, now that you know where the money at, the next thing you should find out as a matter of necessity is who are the people running the show behind this business. One common factor or common decimal with Ponzi schemes and shell companies is that the owners and the promoters, the real promoters, are always shrouded in secrecy. from MMM to Ultimate Cycler to all those CBEX and all of them. Nobody knows the owner, and no investor knows where the real owner is. So in most cases, you will just see a platform and some people just come together and make other people, promoters and real marketers, their promised bogus returns for bringing new people. All right, but the real people that are running the show are most times shrouded in serious, very serious secrets, and the people left on ground are the foot soldiers. They were able to convince, who went about convincing their relative. This one convinces this one, and there's a cycle of people who have been convinced, thinking that they are into something legitimate, and at the end of the day, the real people with the money, they are long gone. So it's necessary for you to know before you invest in any business, who are the real people running the show around here. All right, now once you found out the people running the show, do they have the necessary experience to run the business that they say they do? Have they run this kind of business before, and how did it end? What was the exit plan? Is it that the business failed, and do they even have the competence to run the business that they are running, that you want to invest in? And above all, even if they have the experience and they have done it before successfully, all right, do they have the necessary commitment level to make this particular one work? This one where your money run, they enter this thing. So do they have the competence? Do they have the commitment level to make it work? All of these questions, my brother, will seem like you're doing too much. But once your money is gone and gone, somebody says you're going to learn, and you're going to learn the hard way. You don't need to wait to learn the hard way, to come and cry, had I known. So you need to find out these things. Who are the people running the show after you found the money? All right. If the CEO is cruising around town with a big car and living life la vida loca, you're gonna know, because if the company is not making that much money to sustain that lifestyle, then that obviously is gonna be your money and your investment money, not even profits. So you need to look into all of these things. I wish I could mention names of companies which probably are public knowledge, but I don't think if that's necessary to do. But the truth is, you have to be very meticulous when your money is involved. You say you put your mouth where your money is. I believe that with what I've said so far, you can literally see that you don't really need to be a financial expert to see these things. You just need to be very observant and be armed with the right basic knowledge to ensure that your money is safe where it enters. All right, on to the next one. All right, guys, the next thing we're going to look at right now is the legal environment surrounding that business that you want to invest in. Every business has a legal environment under which it operates and is regulated. At least most businesses, from banking to agriculture to what else, tech, whatever, name it. Even crypto has a legal environment under which it operates, and sometimes the legal environment of that business prohibits even doing that business at all. So when you're about to invest in a business, let's take for example banking. You are investing in a business that says it is into provision of banking services. Basic requirements: where's your CBN license? Do you have a license from NDIC? If you are an investor in a business, one of the first things to inquire from the promoters of that business is an understanding of the legal framework that surrounds that business. Every business operates under a legal environment, under a framework of legal requirements that empowers it to operate, especially in a country like Nigeria. Do not let anybody deceive you. From banking to agriculture to name it, whatever, manufacturing, all of them operate under very strict provisions of the law. And if this is not the case in your own business, then you're already a member of a Ponzi and an illegal syndicate. You are investing in an illegal business. Even if you're starting your own business, the first point to start is to register that business and obtain the necessary permissions to operate that business. Take banking, for example. It is illegal for you to operate a bank without a license from CBN, without a license from NDIC. If you fail to do, even if you have a license, you have to operate under the laws that the particular license you have allows you to operate. That's for a legal business. How much more you investing in a business that has no legal or regulation surrounding it and is not even licensed? All right. And on a final note, all right, before you invest, after you found out all these things, it is very necessary to ask yourself, if this money you're investing in this business, are you ready to lose it? Can you afford to lose that money? Do you believe in that business? Or not just vibes? You carry your money, go put inside. And also, are you ready to be patient enough for the business to generate revenue and generate profit? It is not every business that deserves your money. Before you invest in any business, do your research, ask questions, and don't let anybody use vibes and just play sense on you. All right. If you don't know what to do with your money, you can go to the market around you, buy Gary. If you can't sell the Gary, now you drink it. If you cannot drink it, you use soup, hot water, turn am, chop. If you can't do any of these things, just carry the Gary and share. There must be somebody that needs the Gary, and the worst that can happen is that if you give it out, you get a good name as a good man. It's better than crying over the loss of that money. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope with all of this, I have passed on some form of knowledge to you. And till next time when we meet again, play safe, stay safe, and guard your money with all your might. Thank you.